Well, Tierney Mosley, and the website is Idiadega, Idiadega. It's easier to spell than for me to pronounce, but but more importantly, like that beautiful jewelry you have on is what's on that website, right? And you're not just a normal jewelry manufacturer or anything. You're raising money because you're trying to do good for the world. The people who make that jewelry, you're using indigenous people in Africa, right? Plus indigenous people in American Indians, right? Making jewelry together for the first time in the history of mankind.
I know, isn't
That's amazing.
that amazing? Already.
And look at that. Show that bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, doesn't that look like American Indian? But that's really African, right? And then people, you're bringing these cultures together to make products together, and this is what you're fundraising for on Indiegogo. And you had a program last year on Indiegogo was 1,000% successful or whatever, and now you're doing it, and just boy, having the time of your life bringing these cultures together and showing them how to use capitalism to support themselves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The whole idea is that, people are so incredibly talented,
Yeah.
and it's not a matter of teaching anyone or training anyone. It's not a matter of teaching someone how to fish. They already know how to fish. They just need a lake to actually fish in. So the
Ah.
idea is just opening up a market for people on a global scale and connecting people creatively, globally, and it's been awesome.
Wow. So really, like you and I, are 1,000 miles away from apart or whatever. So it's the same way. They could be 7,000 miles away, and collaborate on products, and then plus we as a society get the benefit of that. One and one equals five. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, the whole idea is thinking about sustainability to include us. Like, we
Yeah.
should sustain each other as human beings, our culture, our creativity, and think about how indigenous design can go into the 21st century. Because right now, they're kind of the anonymous inspiration. You see design after design in Paris,
Yeah.
New York. Like, I was inspired by Native Americans. I was inspired by the Maasai. Well, let's the Maasai actually design modern stuff. Let the Native Americans actually talk about how they want to have their work
I mean,
shown.
look at that gorgeous necklace you have. I actually have three necklaces on, don't you?
I always layer. I like to layer.
But that's right. And you're right. And to me, that working directly, and this is what's happening like banking. See, the internet is going to eliminate a lot of banks because, I'm lending money directly on an internet site that goes directly to somebody who's get that. And we don't have the bank get 80% of the money in the middle, right?
Exactly, exactly. And what I love about the crowdfunding is that you actually show your budget. So people actually understand and know where the money is going. And even, like I was talking to your friend earlier, I parsed it out where every mile you help support me get to the Native American community is something that you can see. You can see
Right,
where it's
right.
going. I have a map. I have everything that's showing out.
Oh, I know it's gorgeous. All the tribes all over, whatever, and so your economic development for that area is wonderful. That's the name of the game. It's we all need resources to survive, but more importantly, I think that you selling it on the internet is versus having 15 middlemen take this to be charged, 30 times more if you picked it up in a store versus on your website.
Yeah, and I think that that's something that I also about the crowdfunding that's great is that you start to build up a customer base
Yeah.
before your product actually hits the market because you have people who said, "I believe in your idea, I
No,
believe in what
absolutely.
you're doing, and I want to see you succeed." So that's a really great way of actually building up customers.
No, right because they're almost like investors now,
Yes, exactly.
because they want a place like that. So if you open a coffee shop in the area, yeah, I want that. Yeah, I'll give you a couple $100 as part of that, and so yeah, and you become ownership. Then you become a marketing person too for it because you're excited about that and you're doing it. Yeah, it makes the most sense in the world to do a crowdfunding campaign whether you need it or not.
Yes, just be ready to work because
Right, exactly. But that's nice. And at least you're working in something that you really believe in. Yeah. And that's not work. Man, that's enjoyment. Yeah. That's not a bad date you can't wait to get over, right?
exactly. There's no weekends. It's just
Yeah, it's what else you here for? To just give your heart out all day, right? Except when you have a normal job, you don't feel like you're doing that.
No, I don't miss it. I don't miss that.
And look at you got fancy jewelry and everything without having to succumb to a a financial services career or something.
I love it. I'm following my heart.
Yeah, and but actually, your products now, on the website, you still have existing. You're doing the new stuff, but you have existing products, right? So people now even could get that for like holiday gifts that you can't find anywhere else, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Holiday gift, and it's not anonymous. I work directly with the women in the
Uh-huh.
Maasai village. I live in the village. I can tell you who made that bracelet. I can tell
I see.
so, and even we just did some orders for the fall, and I was able to write in everyone's order like, Esther made this necklace.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you went to graduate school in Kenya, you mentioned, right?
I did, I
Yeah.
did. I went through the Rotary Fellowship.
Oh, and so, I mean, your local Rotary Club gave you money to go to Kenya and get a graduate degree? Wow.
Exactly, they have a global program, and most Rotary chapters around the world will either help you get there, or will host you.
Ah.
The only thing, you have to actually go overseas.
Oh, it has to be overseas, so I can't go to Harvard, in other words.
No, well, you could if you were somewhere else.
I see, if you live somewhere else. Oh, that's funny. So, in other words, they find accommodations for you too, huh?
Well, they help. Well, they have a host Rotary that will help you with accommodation
I
and
see.
just kind of acclimate you to the country, and offer support, and actually offer you an opportunity to do service projects.
Ah, so then you'd be hooked in the community too, instead of just a snobby American walking around.
Yeah, you're not just an American on the side. Like, you actually get down and dirty. I
Yeah.
planted trees in a forest in Kenya. I worked on famine relief projects, so it's really great.
Wow. Well, it looks like you built a career after that. So it was a life-changing, transformation for you, and now getting two cultures together to work on projects. It's just fantastic. See how easy it is? I mean, you're not a big company. You're not, a millionaire or anything. You just had an idea. You get on the internet. You find the money. Put two different cultures together. You probably didn't know how to spell 5 years ago.
It is 5 minutes ago.
Anybody could do this, Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So we find you at IDEADEEGA.com. How should I have said that? Ideadega. Okay. Well, thank you so much. You're a sweetheart and wonderful to use your talent and skills to help the rest of us enjoy the world that it is. Thank you again. Take care.